The Jaguar Animal Health stock holds an RSI 14 at 81 and is currently being overbought on RSI. This does not have to be a sell signal, as many stocks may go both long and hard while being overbought on the RSI. It is therefore important to evaluate the history of the share, as it may tell you something about the RSI sensitiveness. Volatile ride for Jaguar Animal Health stock price on Tuesday, moving between $1.89 and $2.99, updated on January 5, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since December 16, 2020 gained 363.73%. The Jaguar Animal Health stock price gained 9.55% on the last trading day, Tuesday, January 5, 2021, rising from $1.78 to $1.95, and has now gained 4 days in a row. It will be exciting to see whether it manages to continue gaining or take a minor break for the next few days. During the day, the stock fluctuated 58.20% from a day low at $1.89 to a day high of $2.99. The price has risen in 7 of the last 10 days and is up by 473.53% over the past 2 weeks. Volume fell on the last day by -3 million shares, and in total, 332 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $646.87 million. You should take into consideration that falling volume on higher prices causes divergence and may be an early warning about possible changes over the next couple of days. The stock has broken the very wide and strong rising the short-term trend up, and an even stronger rate of rising is indicated. For any reaction back, there will now be support on the roof on the current trend broken at $1.14, a level that may pose a second chance to hit a runner. According to fan theory, $1.78 will be the next possible trend top level and thereby pose a resistance level that may not be broken at the first attempt. Signals and forecast: mostly positive signals in the chart today. The Jaguar Animal Health stock holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, giving a positive forecast for the stock. Also, there is a general buy signal from the relation between the two signals, where the short-term average is above the long-term average. On corrections down, there will be some support from the lines at $1.06 and 48 cents. A breakdown below any of these levels will issue sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Wednesday, December 30, 2020, and so far it has risen 181.79%. Further rise is indicated until a new top pivot has been found. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Volume fell during the last trading day despite gaining prices. This causes a divergence between volume and price, and it may be an early warning. The stock should be watched closely. Support, risk and stop loss: on the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $1.78. With no support from accumulated volume below today's level, the risk is increased, as a drop below the support at $0 may give a huge drop in the stock price. This stock may move very much during a day, volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band. The stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved $1.10 between high and low, or 58.20%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 48.06%. The Jaguar Animal Health stock is extremely overbought on RSI 1481. Normally this may pose a good selling opportunity, but since the stock has broken the trend up, the chance for a major correction due to high RSI is very small, as the stock will find support at the trend broken. Our recommended stop loss, $1.89, minus 2.88%. This stock has very high daily movements and this gives very high risk. The RSI 14 is 81 and this increases the risk substantially. There is a buy signal from a pivot bottom found 3 days ago. Is Jaguar Animal Health stock a buy? Several short-term signals are positive and the stock has broke the rising trend up, which indicates an even stronger rate of rising. We conclude that the current level may hold a buying opportunity, as there is a fair chance for Jaguar Animal Health stock to perform well in the short-term period. We have upgraded our analysis conclusion for the stock since the last evaluation from a hold/accumulate to a strong buy candidate. Current score, 6.469. Predicted opening price for Jaguar Animal Health of Wednesday, January 6, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price January 6, 2021. Current price $2.28. Jaguar Health, Inc. is a commercial stage pharmaceuticals company, which engages in the development of gastrointestinal products. Its products include Canal Evia, Equilevia, and Neonorm. JAGX is overvalued compared to its price of $1.95 per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation: REC. Hold REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the VectorVest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value: current price, $1.95 current value, 4 cents. JAGX has a current value of 4 cents per share, compared to a price of $1.95 per share. This stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential, relative value/RV, very poor RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. JAGX has an RV of 0.22, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety, relative safety/Rs, poor Rs is an indicator of risk. JAGX has an Rs of 0.61, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. Rs is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility, and other factors. Timing, relative timing/RT, excellent RT analyzes a stock's price trend. JAGX has a relative timing of 1.41, which is excellent on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter, and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating, value safety timing/VST, fair VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. JAGX has a VST rating of 0.95, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, Rs, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price, 77 cents. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. JAGX has a stop of 77 cents per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI, Comfort Index, very poor CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. JAGX has a CI rating of 0.40, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, Earnings Growth Rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. JAGX has a forecasted earnings growth rate of 20.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very good. EPS, Earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. JAGX has a forecasted EPS of $0.36 per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. P/E, price to earnings ratio. P/E shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. JAGX has a P/E of -5.42. The average P/E of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 60.13. EY, earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. JAGX has an EY of -18.46%. This is below the current average of 1.66% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to P/E ratio. JAGX has a GPE rating of -3.69. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. DIV, dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. JAGX does not pay a dividend. DY, dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. JAGX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x, DIV/price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, Dividend Safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. JAGX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG. Dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. JAGX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS, and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. JAGX does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. Average vol. Average vol is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. JAGX has an average vol of 48,333,756 shares traded per day. Percent vol. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the average vol. Percent vol equals volume, average vol, /average vol, *100. JAGX had a percent vol of 586.33% on Tuesday, January 5, 2021. PRC, JAGX price changed 9.55% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, JAGX has annual sales of 8 million. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. JAGX has a sales growth of 185.00% per year. This is excellent. Sales per share, SBS. JAGX has annual sales of 10 cents per share. Price to sales ratio, P/S. JAGX has a P/S of 19.20. Shares, JAGX has 81 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization, JAGX has a market capitalization of 159 million. Business sector, JAGX has been assigned to the drug business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group, JAGX has been assigned to the drug, biomedical/genetic, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.